outside the realm of the racism that you explore in your work, what is the ethical question facing society today that worries you most?
At this time, and I don't know if this is an ethical question, but the thing that has been on my mind and that has been worrying me is, how do we grieve nationally? I really worry that we have in this country over 200,000 people who have lost loved ones. We have people who have lost jobs. We have people who are in precarious situations around rent or mortgage or all kinds of things. And I don't know, when I'm talking to somebody, when I encounter somebody, how they're really doing and how they've been impacted by the last 6, 7 months, 9 months. And so I don't even know how to start that conversation with you or with a larger group of people. And because we have no leadership on the top, there has been no mechanisms put in place for grieving as a country.
There's so many aspects of it. One that I've been particularly grappling with is the arbitrariness of it all. Is we don't know, this disease affects different people differently, and there can be some generalizing about age groups or certain kind of preconditions, but there's so many examples of people who are just randomly terribly affected. Mm-hmm. and terribly affected in other ways. I mean,
psychologically,
disproportionate impact on certain communities, psychological impact, somebody who's put their heart and soul building a small business for 30 years and it's gone overnight. And I think we haven't learned how to have a national conversation because, as you say, we don't have a leader who, to come back to our earlier topic, is really interested in seeing people and really interested in getting in and having the conversation or leading the conversation.
Exactly. And how do we show up for each other in this moment when not everything can be addressed legislatively? I think there's a new ask on the American population, but I don't even know what the bridge is or what the mechanism is for showing up for people. Do they even know to ask? Is there something I could be doing for another person if they had a mechanism to tell me that they needed a thing?
People don't know how to ask. They don't know where to ask. Like all of these questions, there are people for whom it are factors of shame or privacy. And so it just becomes impossible to sort of expose oneself. I mean, the first step I've taken is to say benefit of the doubt. No matter what situation I am I navigating an institution where I don't know whether somebody really feels comfortable coming to work? Am I navigating student situations? We're all on Zoom and we're seeing everybody's worlds, giving everybody the benefit of the doubt, that we just don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. But at some point, it's going to be really critical to understand, as you say, how do we have this national conversation and how do we grieve? But Claudia,